What's up, everybody? You are back in here with the Pro Football Pod. We're back with our second annual live first round draft coverage for you guys. We appreciate y'all hanging out with us. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. 8 o'clock on the dot right here for you guys. So, boys, Titans are about to be on the clock. We don't know what's going to happen there. It could get wild right there at number 1 for us. And there's been some stuff come out now within the last 30 minutes about how the Browns are actively trying to trade out of number 2. I don't understand why they would. Like, no, that doesn't make any logical sense to me as to why, like, if Travis Hunter or even Abdul Carter,
Classic Cam.
like, if you would be at number 4, I would understand. All right. So, looking right now, pretty much every mock draft I've seen generally all has the same players in the first round. But the order in which they're going is very different, which tells me nobody really knows what is actually expected in this draft outside of like maybe the first 3 picks. I've seen yeah, I've seen some people there with having Maxwell Hairston in the first. I've seen Siobhan Revel pop up in the first. So that it wouldn't shock me too much, especially down there at the end where so many guys are so closely grouped together. I think you're just going to see a lot of people to where it looks like a reach just based on what the media has told you, but in reality, it's not that far off versus who they're taking that player over. Mhm. Yeah, that one wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, that would and Austin even I think brought that up in our episode last night to where and to me it's just like I mean, I guess I get it, but that would just be overall just random. Yeah, that does kind of make some sense. Yeah, I don't understand why they have bicycles. Hold on. Already. All right. We need it to get rolling. They're doing all the intros right now. The Packers legends, Tunchi. We got who is that? James Jones up there. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Broncos apparently trying to get into the top 10. Okay. All right. I need the official word. The Cleveland Browns are on the clock. That's what we need right now. It's what the people need. It's what they're looking for. No, I've got it on mute. Where's Aaron Rodgers? Where's Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, we got Packers legends out here. Where's Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, I can't see ESPN trying to put Brett Favre on TV. That's valid. All right, Tennessee Tennessee Titans on the clock. Bow, 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 bow. All right, we're just trying to get it started here. We're just trying to get rolling. Yeah, I to me, I think it's just a matter of teams are looking at this class and realizing if there's not quarterbacks that completely stand out on their own, we're okay with waiting. Like so Mhm. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Looking at something real quick. So the people I have talked to, the vibes I've gotten is um hold on. Okay, so I just got word somebody watching the stream saying they can only hear my voice.
And we're in here.
All right,
Um,
you're good now.
yeah. So
All right,
Cam
appreciate
Ward,
that, Bear. Thanks,
yeah.
man.
Cam Ward being in the in the talks of the town, the Big Ten. Everyone's excited. I mean, I know I would be as a
So
Dolphins
yeah,
fan.
so I meant to go back to that. So the vibes I've gotten is they love Cam Ward and what he could possibly bring, but I've also gotten the same vibes of he's the best player, so we're just gonna take him because we're at one. But we feel like in other drafts there would be better players, so we're just picking the best of what we have to choose from. Like, the from the people I've talked to, just as Titans fans, it's kind of like I'm getting the sense that they wish they didn't even have the number one pick, so that way they essentially wouldn't be forced to just take Cam Ward. As awesome as I think he's going to be, I do kind of understand that sentiment of it would be nice to have more of a loaded class at number one.
Okay,
And because
so
for even for them, to me, like they could trade back, but there's no other quarterback even close to Cam Ward. To where if there was, I don't think they'd be so set on taking Cam.
who is Cam Ward's floor? Like, Cam Ward is at least going to be as good as
Sam Darnold.
really.
That's
Okay.
his floor.
Like what Sam Darnold's ceiling has been thus far is Sam.
Yeah, like the best of Sam Darnold
So
is
this
Cam
past
Ward's
year,
floor.
Sam Darnold,
Yeah,
because this past year
essentially.
Sam Darnold was a
Because
top five, top
coming
10
out of
quarterback.
college, Sammy had some movability to him to
Yeah.
where he wasn't just a statue in the pocket. Now, with Minnesota, he didn't necessarily have to have that mobility because he just had better weapons and
Oh,
receivers
pick
and
his
just
in.
everything all around.
Now,
Oh,
what
it's
do we think
shocking.
his ceiling is? Because right now the live comparison
Ceiling,
is saying that he
Steve
plays like
Steve
Patrick
McNair.
Mahomes. Patrick Holmes,
Steve
Mahomes.
McNair is his ceiling.
What about current NFL?
Current NFL. Okay, so
Like, do we think that he could
I'm not gonna
potentially
put
be
his.
Josh Allen?
I'm.
Not that he plays the
I
same
mean,
way,
I
but
was
like the
gonna
same
say,
type of
yeah. As far,
impact.
I'm trying to think of somebody who in the league right now does have his like play
I mean, they're comparing him to Patrick
stature.
Mahomes. They're saying that he plays with creativity. He's really composed. He can make off arm angle throws. Like, they're comparing him
Yeah,
to potentially the greatest quarterback of all time.
his play style is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
But I mean, for a guy that's for all intents and purposes going to be a shoe-in Hall of Famer,
yeah. To
like
compare
I
him to
can't
that,
put
yeah, yeah.
I can't put him up on that.
Now,
What's up, Jared?
could that be his ceiling though? Like, could he potentially be top five greatest quarterbacks of all time based
With
off
his
of?
skill set, yes.
So that's where I think the risk is worth the reward at one. Patrick Mahomes, you got to take him at 10 because that draft class was so stocked. And nobody realized that looking for a player like Patrick Mahomes is what you should
All
have
right,
been doing the
hey,
whole time.
hey, we've got breaking news right now. Adam Schefter, this is not tipping a pick. The
Well,
Browns are trading the number 2 overall pick, a 4th round pick, and a 6th round pick to the Jaguars
okay.
for number 5 overall, the Jaguars are giving number 5 a second-round pick this year, number 36,
Okay.
a fourth-round pick, number 126, and their 2026 first-round pick for next year.
Nice. That's
Big
good for the
trade.
Browns.
Jags coming up for Travis Hunter. Love that.
Yep.
And the Browns, I watch for them to trade that number 36 to come back into the first for Shadur Sanders or Jackson Dart.
Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter is that's some playmaking ability on the outside. Cam
And
Ward
they
is
need the help
official.
at corner. They need the help at corner as well. Cam Ward official.
Yeah.
Miami guy going number 1. All is right in the world again. That's how it should be.
When's the last time that that's happened? Woo!
Bernie Kosar? And I don't think he went number 1. Vinny Testaverde,
that Kaiser kid that played for Miami I think he went to the Browns. That wasn't a number 1 pick, was it?
No, that was Deshaun Kaiser. He went to Notre Dame. And he
never...
wasn't number 1 overall.
Okay. Was there a Miami quarterback that went to the Browns?
I do like that move by the Browns as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because
they only moved back 3 picks. They're going to still get everything they want.
But they just picked up an extra first-round pick for next year in what is going to be, for all purposes, a better quarterback draft.
Very true. Now they have 2
picks. So, yeah, you roll
to potentially move
with
up
whoever you've got.
Yeah.
And then you just – so I like that for both teams. I love that Jacksonville's being aggressive. And it does have some – if you watch the movie Draft Day – does have some of those vibes because the Cleveland Browns made a trade with the young GM for the Jaguars and moved up. So, yeah, that's
all
intense.
We need is for Seattle to come in and take his first 3 and give him back.
That's what we need.
Now, Browns currently at quarterback besides Deshaun Watson because he's going to have to miss the whole year because of an ACL surgery or most of the season, plus more allegations and blah, blah, blah. They didn't make any moves in the so then they're likely to spend a third, second round, fourth, fifth on a quarterback and throw him to the Wolves for all intents and purposes. They could also be a big player for Kirk Cousins.
They might stay at 36 and take Jalen Milroe.
True.
I wouldn't be shocked to see that happen.
Yeah. God, Mel Kiper is going to have an aneurysm on live TV one year. That's
Mel has been a staple for the draft for so long, and I feel like it's blasphemy to say this, but get him out of there.
Yeah.
Mel's been doing it for 30 years. All right, 1 second. I have to go roll this burrito for my wife because she doesn't know how to do it.
Oh, it's real easy. You just grab it from the sides and then you fold it over.
I know how to do it. I know how to do this.
No, Emily, just watch. It's you grab it from the sides and then
I'm going to tell her that, and she's going to respond with, yeah, I still don't get it. So that's what's going to happen. So I'll be right back, guys.
So Jags being on the clock, it's pretty done that they're going to grab Travis Hunter. They could grab Abdul Carter. They definitely have needs on their defensive line. Not quite as much as they would at corner and wide receiver. They basically let go of all of their wide receivers except for Gabe Davis and Brian Thomas Jr. this year. So expectation is they need some help there. I wonder what the Giants do, though. They're obviously going to have to stay sat for the most part. The only team that's really going to trade up, or the only player that people are going to be trading up for after Travis goes, would potentially be Abdul Carter or Ashton Genty. And we just don't really see that as such a likelihood. So 2nd overall pick, 4th round pick this year, and 6th round pick this year for the 5th overall pick. 2nd and 4th round picks this year, and a 1st round pick next year. Honestly, not a bad. They at least are swapping seconds and swapping fourths. And then, the Jags really didn't have to give up much at all. They had to give up a 1st round pick next year. That's not that bad. I mean, trading up to two, Washington, I want to say traded from 3 to 2, uh, and had to give up like 3 first round picks, um, to get RG3. So this is definitely setting some good expectations for the Jags' future and the Browns. Pick is in. Hunter's ready with that vibrant pink suit. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, boy, Travis Hunter. It's definitely Travis.
I mean, it's him or Abdul.
I like your takes on it. Like with them getting all their rid of all their receivers, like Travis and what's his name,
Brian Thomas.
BTJ, bro. Like that's nasty.
It
Like it's a
really
nice
is.
like combo, bro. Like they
Mm-hmm.
really
Because Brian's got a little bit
complement
of
each other well,
size, but then he's got that speed, hands, athleticism. I mean, he was my
bro.
he was my second favorite wide receiver last year out of Malik Neighbors, like
Yeah,
easily.
bro. I picked him up in every single draft I could because he
I
was there.
am so pissed that I let myself draft Marvin Harrison Jr. instead of Malik Neighbors last year in the Dynasty startup because
I don't let that happen to me.
I would have had Malik, I would have had Brian Thomas, I would have had Lad McConkey, like I would have had everybody that crushed it last year. And instead I took the like everyone says Marvin Harrison's the guy, let's just go ahead and take him. I didn't believe in him as much. Let's see what the pick is.
Tet McMillan. It's either him or Abdul, right?
I think so. I don't think that anybody
Travis
else
or
could
Abdul,
possibly.
like
Yeah.
even with the injury aspect.
Abdul Carter, people stopped talking about the injury a little while back. Like the
Oh,
injury concern.
there's Abdul there, right there.
All right.
All right.
Same
We're
build
back.
as Abdul Carter.
Jaguars pick is in. Roderick Goodell's being a blowhard.
Of course he is.
Standing right next to Eric Armstead.
Of course he is.
Duval.
Man, get to the pick. We waited all day for this shit.
Apparently, from what I'm seeing on the Twitter stream, is trades are just starting. So,
Okay.
and I've seen
It's
that a
like
couple times too, to where trades are. It kind of expect them to come in a little hot and heavy out the gate.
I mean, especially in the top 10. That's when we expect to see the trades.
All right, fellas, and it's not the draft unless we do it right. So we're gonna hit it up with little airplane bottles here.
There you go.
Yeah, we've got the wine. Here we go. Here we go.
My work had this like $66 bottle of wine that they were selling for $31 because they just needed to get rid of it. So I felt like, first round of the draft, let's open that bottle up.
Yeah.
Let's see who it is. All right, boys. With the
Here
second
we
pick.
go. It's got to be Travis Hunter. Like it's got to be.
Travis Hunter.
Let's go. Nice. Nice. I like that. I like that a lot.
Oh, there he goes, Austin. He's dancing for you. He's actually so pissed that he didn't go number one overall.
Austin's just like a floating face.
Yeah.
In the
Austin,
abyss.
smile for us. There you go. We can see you.
He's just floating in the abyss.
Travis Hunter. Wait. He's still with
I'm
his
telling you
girl?
right now, that dude, like, for as much people as want to say that Jacksonville's a swamp and all of that, That dude has got to be so relieved that he is going to Jacksonville and not Cleveland.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, Jacksonville has a
Like, no
quarterback.
disrespect to Cleveland,
Jacksonville
but
has an offense. Jacksonville has a
that
lot of things that
that
Cleveland doesn't have.
everything you're saying right there, and it's Florida versus Ohio.
Yeah, yeah. North Florida too. You don't got to deal with all that heat. It's not the same.
No,
It's still hot.
humid as absolute
Still
hell.
fucking
Oh,
out
it's
hot.
still hot, but it's not South Florida
No,
hot.
no,
It's not
yeah,
Tampa
it's not.
hot.
It's not hot. It's humid. Like your nuts are gonna sweat all day, every day.
He loves to
That's
fish,
just gonna
so
happen.
you just put him in a great spot for it.
Oh, hell yeah. The only place that would have been better would have been Miami.
Duval.
Except I do wonder. I want to keep this man out of trouble, and this is not the place for it. Although I
Nah,
think he's a
Jacksonville?
good kid,
Yeah,
but
he'll-
Oh,
like,
it's better that he's in Jacksonville than Miami. If you're talking about trying to get in trouble.
yeah, I mean, I
And
feel
plus,
that.
the dude, the guy's a fisherman. The guy's a hunter. Like he loves the outdoors. Like
Hunter's
North
a
Florida,
hunter.
South Georgia. Like he's looking at some good stuff right there. Like I love that spot for Travis Hunter. Like him going to Jacksonville. That's chef's
Mhm.
kiss for me.
He'll probably have a house in Georgia.
Yeah, he's so close to ATL. Are you kidding?
Here
Yeah,
we
it's really
go.
not that far of
Number
a drive.
3, New York Giants on the clock. Is it going to be Shadur Sanders?
No, there's no way, right?
I think it's going to be Abdul Carter.
Yeah,
Like I think it'll be
Shador?
Abdul Carter. and
Shador
then
will
we
be in the
look for
second round, my
Kayvon
guy.
Thibodeau to get traded at some point in the next 2 days.
There's only 3 minutes left. I doubt it gets traded.
Nah, it's gonna really piss me off though if the Cowboys take Shador Sanders. Like, that'll get me.
If the Cowboys take Shador,
Yeah, that'll get me heated.
that's not going to happen.
No, but it's a
They
possibility.
talked about it a lot over the offseason just
There's
because
a possibility
I mean,
of that,
Yeah, I guess. Like,
and I don't
it's-
want that.
It's not impossible.
We already got
but
a backup.
Not
I
even.
mean, you
that,
guys
but
just
to me,
re-signed Dak to like
by
what 3
having
years or
Dak,
something.
you have so many other needs. Like quarterback is like
Mhm. No,
literally
that's how I feel.
quarterback and number 1 wide receiver are the 2 like smallest worries that you have on that roster.
Yeah.
And that's what most of these teams in the top 10 need is a QB1 or both, wide receiver 1 as well. Like,
RB1, like most of them don't
Yeah,
have one of those.
yeah.
Dak's looking good lately. Coming into camp and whatnot.
Nice. Giants pick is in.
All right, boys, call
That's
your shot.
Abdul
Who's it
Carter
gonna be
right
right
there.
here?
That's Abdul Carter.
Who's it going to be right there?
It could have been Abdul Vol Carter, but they missed out on that.
Abdul.
Abdul Vol.
So apparently, Travis Hunter, since the combine, had no conversations with the Jaguars.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
so for him, in no way did he expect to end up in Jacksonville.
I mean, that's one way to make sure that you got the opportunity to do it. You don't let anybody know. You don't even talk to the kid.
That's an interesting trade up. Because I thought they were sitting at 5 and they were going to snag Genty, you know?
I think that was all smoke to
Yeah.
try to force somebody to trade up above them. So that way somebody else would fall.
They really gave up a lot for that pick, though.
The Jags, not really, though. They traded seconds. They traded fourths. They traded
And
first.
then the first next year.
A first round next year, and they still get a 6th round this year. Like, I'm not saying a 6 and a first are equal, but all you really gave up was a first round pick next year. You're picking earlier in the 1st, 2nd, and 4th round this year, so like you get to draft above. I like that. I like that for them. It's only 3 picks, too. Like,
So if you want to go by the Fitzgerald Spielberger draft chart, as far as like how points are weighted for the picks,
yeah,
the Browns will receive 5,512 points for what they got back. The Jaguars only get 3,610 points. So by doing that, and this is going off of Jason OTC on Twitter here,
Abdul Carter
the
picks in.
1,900 point difference is worth about the 8th overall pick in the draft. and the Browns were able to go back to the 5th overall pick.
Yeah.
So the Browns did win that trade, but to me, if I'm Jacksonville, I don't care.
Nope. Damn, Abdul is
All right.
icy as fuck, looking like Blade out here.
Looking like Blade.
I like how whenever they go through the tunnel, they have the hat waiting for them with a mirror, like right in front of them. Be able to like try on the hat, make sure that they're still fucking, and then just go out there to the people.
Damn, that D line is fucking scary.
Actually, though,
Like that's the scariest D line in the league, bro.
Yeah, I mean that
wait until the San Francisco
You can't-
49ers draft.
you cannot be mad at that pick one bit. Like the dude is an animal, gives you flexibility.
Look at his
with
aura.
Dude,
Not,
Dude, he
not
literally
only,
looks like Blade.
Avon
Yes.
Thibodeau.
Bro, that's some fucking aura. That's crazy. He got a thick ass neck. We just got to put that
Thick
out there.
old neck, boy.
I mean, that thing's thicker than his head.
So New England's on the clock. This is finally the area where people are like, all right, what's going to happen here? A lot of people have had Tet McMillan going, which I think is ridiculously high. We talked about Will Campbell being the pick here from LSU. What do you guys think is going to happen? All 3 players that we thought would be gone are gone at this point.
Yep.
Will Campbell.
I think it's some form of offensive lineman, whether it's Will Campbell, Armand Mimbu.
Dude,
we talked about it in our final mock draft yesterday. I think Will Campbell makes the most sense just because of his overall versatility. But I mean, to me, I think anything outside of trading back or offensive line doesn't make sense to me.
Now, trading back for someone that's trying to trade up and get Genty, getting a 2nd or 3rd next year, getting some like pick swaps this year, that would be massive. For a team that has a lot of needs,
just get Genty?
Genty doesn't. I don't know, man. Like they just spent a lot of capital last year on that quarterback.
Vrabel used to have King Henry running that rock. You don't
but
think
he had a top offensive line, and that's why King Henry was King Henry. They don't have a top offensive line. I think that Vrabel does the same exact thing that Dan Campbell did, and over the next 3 or 4 years, in the first 2 or 3 rounds, he's going to draft in the trenches. He's going to get big, hard-bodied motherfuckers that are. How could they possibly fail? Besides injury, how can these guys fail?
So let's say the Patriots do take Will Campbell. What do you think the Browns now do at number 5? Are they?
I would love to see them take
Ashton GNT.
No, I'd love to see them.
Are
take
they
Mason
a potential
Graham.
for Tet McMillan? Like to me, by the Browns moving back here and with Carter and Hunter off the board, I don't think I've seen a mock where the Browns have traded out of 2. So I don't think anybody knows what to expect here at 5.
So Browns' interior defensive line is Shelby Harris, who is 34 years old by the time the season ends, and Malik Collins, who is 30 years old and absolute garbage. Mason Graham would come in with Myles Garrett and make them a defensive line to be feared. They already have 3 very solid linebackers. How are you going to run the ball whenever you've got that type of clog in the middle? And then we've been talking about dude from Nebraska so much. They could come back in the 5th round and grab him too, and then have 2 solid defensive tackles. They can grab in the 2nd round with that pick that they just got. They could grab another defensive end, because there's definitely going to be guys in the early 2nd that are going to be solid. So I think you build through the trenches. If they're going to go all in on that next year we can get our quarterback, then let's make it to where next year we can get a quarterback. Another thing is left tackle Dewan Jones. He's had 2 seasons. Both of them have been a little bit bad. Joel Batoni's getting worse and worse as the years go on after 2022. Um, Wyatt Teller had 2 solid seasons back in 2020, 2021, but other than that, he's a fifth round selection that's just declining at 30 years old. So, you know, get a left tackle. I would love to see him get not Simmons, maybe Kelvin Banks from Texas.
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit early. Armand Menbu is going to be there still. He would be such a solid pickup for them. But Mason Graham, Armand Menbu, those are the ones that make sense for me for the Browns.
All right. So the Patriots pick is in.
Nice. We're on commercial break right now,
Brown-
so
Yeah, Browns are on the clock. Now, 5 minutes ago, Diana Rossini, which however much you want to put weight into her sources these days, stated that the Browns were taking calls from teams interested in the number 5 pick,
Smart.
looking at moving back again,
Very smart.
which
I mean,
I'm all about that.
yeah.
Gather
Pull
all
some
the
Jimmy
picks you can.
Johnson. Fuck it.
And so whether or not they actually do that, I don't know. But then again, it does come into the play to where if somebody is trading up, I think they're trading up for GNT to try to get him before the Raiders can.
Whenever you were gone, that's the thing that we were saying is that besides Genty, there's no one else that's really worth trading up for after these first 3 go.
I think I can see a team trading up for Tyler Warren or Mimbu.
But not at
But
5 or 6.
Outside of them,
Outside
yeah.
of the top 10, I see them trading up
You're
for
not
Warren.
worried about Mimbu or Warren going
And the
right
thing
now.
that stops me from thinking a team would trade up for Tyler Warren is Colston Loveland still being there. And in general, this tight end class is so deep, which we keep saying about the running backs too. Running back is so deep.
There's a good handful of like deep positions in this draft,
but the
some
top end is
positions,
definitely top end.
in my opinion, like wide receiver, corner, quarterback, like the main like skill positions that are the most important. Those are weak in this class.
Yep. I think that
Safeties.
part of it's just how strong they were
And
last
there's
year.
a lot of solid players. Like I think there'll be a lot of like very just solid pros. We're gonna see a lot of guys out of this class play 6 to 8 years in the league.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think you're looking at many like top 100 guys.
This is still a COVID class, ain't it?
I think this is the last year of like anybody that was affected by COVID.
Where they were like 5th-year seniors.
Now, some of the other guys coming out within the next 4 years were in high school during the COVID years.
Yeah. But they didn't gain college eligibility.
It didn't affect their college program.
What about is it Jack Shaw? Jack Shaw, the quarterback from Louisville?
Not Jack.
Shaw.
What's his first name?
Shaw.
Kyle?
Kyle Shaw.
Yeah.
Um,
looks like it might be Will Campbell. I missed them put it up, but that looks like Will Campbell to me.
Yeah, it's Will Campbell.
Yep.
Will Campbell was the picks for the Patriots. It makes the most sense. And I saw an interview with him. Somebody posted it. It wasn't yesterday, but it was posted yesterday, where he's talking about like he literally will just fight anybody on the field for his quarterback. And for my offensive line, that's the mentality I want. Like, I want you to go out there and punch somebody in the mouth if you have to.
He looks like he's a very technical player. He's not necessarily like an athletic specimen, but at left tackle, that's kind of what you need.
He's technical. And so to me, like, take away the size, because who I'm about to say was like an animal, just a beast of a human. But it gives me a lot of like Joe Thomas vibes, who was one of the greatest offensive linemen we've ever seen for the Browns. And it was not only was it his strength, but he was very technically sound. And I see a lot of that with Will Campbell. Now, everybody says he's going to be more of a guard in the league, which I can see that. But I still think if you need him to play tackle for you, he can. Like, the way the Jets use Elijah Vera Tucker and how he's effective just anywhere on the line,
Yeah.
I have no reason to believe Will Campbell won't be like that. So I have no qualms with the pick. It's awesome. As a Dolphins fan, I'm so happy the Patriots didn't get Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. So
Yeah.
we're celebrating that. And hey, we're moving on. So the Browns now.
The spicy pick.
You said you wanted the Browns to take who?
Membu with
Armand
Campbell being gone.
or Mason Graham. Mason Graham or Armand Membu. That would be my two ideal picks for them. And honestly,
I feel like they do need a nose tackle, don't they?
For me, because Jack Conklin is still solid, he's also 30 years old, but like I wouldn't go tackle. You've got a young left tackle at 23 with a pretty, solid offensive line that's been there for a while. I would go defensive interior, get Malik Collins out of here, and bring in somebody that's going to make a big difference on your defense. I think that's the biggest impact that they could possibly find.
All right, so the Cleveland Browns pick is in.
Like, the question to ask is this: does Jerome Ford have a better season because of picking a tackle right now? Like, does Jerry Jeudy and Cedric Tillman and Njoku have better seasons because of taking a tackle right now? No, I don't think so. But does their defense get way better by adding a defensive interior? I think so. The other thing would be corner. But Martin Emerson Jr. is he's only 24, and Denzel Ward is 27, 28 years old. So I don't think that you go there this early. I think that if you're picking Mason Graham.
And that's the pick.
It is. And they're
Mason
about
Graham.
to announce it right now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and that's where I think at least I know my stream's just a tad bit behind, but I do show it posted up here now on NFL.com, so it's official. Mason Graham is the pick for the Cleveland Browns, so everything you just explained there. Austin, your Michigan guy, goes in the top 5. Love that for you.
Yes, sir.
And
watch these ferocious highlights now, boy.
Wow, second LSU offensive lineman selected in the first round in the modern era. That's nuts. Not offensive tackle, just like offensive lineman in general out of LSU.
That is why in the first round?
First round, yeah. Not even like top 10, just first round in general. And he was the first tackle taken off the board.
There's none that are really popping to my brain.
It was Alan Franca or something. I can rewind it a second.
Alan Faneca?
Faneca, maybe?
He played like back in our day.
That was a good interview with Will Campbell.
Yeah, I've got it on mute.
Same. Yeah, Alan Faneca.
What a humble boy that man is.
Who, Will Campbell?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like I said, every word as far as like how he talks about the game and his mentality, it's exactly what I want in my offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Give me 5 Will Campbells and I'll give you 3 Super Bowls.
Straight up, though.
I mean, tell me I'm wrong.
Damn, Mason Graham's out there icy as fuck, too.
I tell you what, Goodell takes his sweet time.
He really does.
To the stage to announce these picks.
Yes,
like
man.
It'll say the pick is in for 3 minutes. Like we're already moved on to where the NFL.com has the Raiders showing as their pick is in.
6'3", 296. All right, let's watch these highlights.
That's a scary man there.
Just gets off. Stays patient. Motor.
You got videos playing for the people in the background for us?
No, we
no highlights queued up or anything like that?
No, that'd be a smart thing to do.
You can. It's not
That
too
would have been
late.
a smart thing to do. But nonetheless, they get to look at
It's not.
These
It's
pretty
not too
faces.
late.
this.
It's not too late. You just Mason Graham highlights.
All right, let's see here.
So now we've got Raiders on the clock.
All right. So, and with the Raiders on the clock here, and I'm not looking at anything as far as like tipping picks or anything along those lines, but is it gonna be anyone other than GNT?
I don't think so. Um, so looking at their needs, right? It's not like the only need that they have is a running back. Um,
No, but where you do, they brought in Gino, and you've still got Jacoby Myers out there. I do
you got
see
Brock
them
Bowers.
taking a wide receiver in this draft as well. Brock Bowers, like Pete is building Pete's team.
Yeah.
Like, so I
And
love it.
I don't think that they need a lot of.
GNT just looks like a Raider, bro.
If there were some corners or linebackers that were a little bit higher on the board, um, then maybe. Um, right guard is a need that they're going to have to fill at some point. Corners are all pretty young, but also nobody's really had any standout seasons thus far. Like we've
All right, the
probably seen the best of what they have.
New York Jets are on the clock. Jared, if you're watching the stream,
Wait, Jets traded up?
we're with you, buddy. No, they're at number 7.
Oh, Raiders pick is already in.
Yeah,
and Jets are
Raiders
on the
pick
clock.
is in. Jets are on the clock.
Man,
So,
I'm live on live
Jared-
TV. This is ridiculous.
Jared, if you're here with us, man, jump into the stream here. Let's discuss the pick, how you feel about it. We need it from the perspective of a Jets fan. So Raiders pick is in. I would bet my house that it would be GNT.
Yeah.
If Will
It should be.
Johnson, right, for Michigan, if he wasn't the injury concern that he is, and like he was just the pure
could see that,
prospect,
yeah.
I would love for them to grab him right here. Like I think that would be the pick.
I could see that.
Malachi Starks, honestly,
They're showing the Raiders draft room right now, and the vibes I'm getting, everybody's very happy. I think it's GNT.
Yeah.
Like
What's crazy to me is that
no other pick would make sense.
the Raiders could have gotten like Dylan Sampson or the Amarian Hampton, or not Amarian Hampton. Who's the Travion Henderson, and then who's the other guy for Quinshon Judkins? They probably could have gotten Quinshon Judkins in the early second round if Travion Henderson goes in the first, and they would have been just as well off. Like, honestly, the best thing they could have done right here is to trade back.
Who, the
Ashton
Raiders?
Genty, yeah. Ashton Genty's official.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. Got a little bug.
I mean, when you watch this guy run, he's 5'9". He definitely is a really, really great runner of the football. Even at a little bit undersized for the running back position, he receives the ball really well. He runs the ball really well. He is the best running back in this class, but by such a small margin for me. That's my whole issue with taking him, is that the top 5 running backs in this class are all going to be really solid contributors in the NFL. Every single one of them.
So I'm with you on that. For other than this one factor, if healthy, and you're giving me 8 to 10 solid running back years, I do think there is a gap as far as the confidence I would have in GNT versus the other. As much as I do like Amarian Hampton, Dylan Sampson, like all
Caleb
of these other
Johnson,
guys,
Quinshon Judkins, Travion
I
Henderson.
think GNT is the most sure thing of all the running backs. To where, to me, like
Honestly, I think that's one of the biggest question marks. because of where he played.
Yeah, that's a good
That's
point.
the
That's a
only
good
thing
point.
I want to
I
say.
mean,
Is just
okay, yeah, where he played, but
had
I
the
mean,
opportunity
they're
to go
showing the
play.
highlights right now. Like you can play at a certain place and against certain competition, but when
I've
you're breaking 7 tackles on almost every run, like that just shows me determination and like not one person is going to get you by themselves. And he's never just tackled solo.
But these guys aren't the same caliber. That's the reason they're playing at these colleges because they
Okay,
couldn't
yeah,
make it
he
to the.
also he tore Oregon a new one. Like Boise State got
That was the
waxed,
one
but
game,
he
and
tore.
that's
I
he's
mean, you
nice.
played the competition that you're dealt.
Yeah,
Like
and
for
but
me,
look
him
also
going to
look how
Boise,
Ohio State ran all
it's not
over
like he was
Oregon.
playing at Montana State, and we're trying to put him up against future accountants and real estate agents.
After
Like,
his first or second season, though, why not hit the transfer portal? Why not go play for a bigger school? Why not go get the opportunity to play against the top
loyalty,
competition?
loyalty,
Hey,
and I love that.
loyalty up in this DNA.
No,
Fuck that.
no. See, I'm all about, especially in today's NIL stuff with these guys just swapping out and transferring every season. A guy will transfer from Georgia, go to Texas A&M, and then transfer back to Georgia, and it's just like, what are you guys doing?
I agree with Austin to that small degree. It's my only issue with the player because the player as a whole, 5'9" is not really something to care about at the running back position. He also has the frame where it's not like he's Devon A.
The
Chain.
frame's there.
Like if he was Devon Achan at 5'9", then it's like, all right, I don't know if I'm taking him at top 5 overall. This guy's gonna get, one swift breath on him, and he's gonna get hurt. He has the frame, he has the speed. He's not the fastest, but he's fast enough. He's very agile, very hard to take down. I think that the top 6 running backs are all going to be great. Like from a fantasy perspective, if you're not taking one of these top 6 guys in dynasties this year, you're fucking yourself for the long term. Like you have to take a running back this year.
Oh
The
yeah.
first round's going to have
This is
in
the
dynasty
class.
drafts. They're going to have five players taken at running back this year in the first round of dynasties, and normally you should never do that. You should always take a wide receiver or like a really good young tight end, a nice quarterback prospect. This is the year to take a running back.
I'm glad I held off on him.
I'm glad that
I
I'm
went
the
with the
fourth
older
overall
running
pick.
backs.
So I'll get one of them. I'll get one of the guys I like, and then y'all are fucked.
Let's shift gears here a little bit. The Jets pick is in. I truly don't know what's going on with like it because I'm
Armand
with you.
Membu,
I'm sitting here watching it live. Yeah, it's Armand Membu. The pick is in.
Oh,
Jets
is it? That's like what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Armand.
Yeah, and
Membu.
that's what I'm saying. Like the live streams and stuff, they're even behind like the NFL.com site. So
yeah. And like
Armand
I said, I'm
Membu
live
is
on
the pick for him.
cable television right now.
I love that pick. We talked about it in our mock draft. I think it makes so much sense to just lock up your O-line with the 3 young players that they have with Elijah Vera Tucker. They took Olu Fashanu last year, and now they've got Armand Membu. So you've got your bookend tackles. You've got your interior guy that can play all 3 interior spots. I love that for the Jets. I think that's awesome. As a Dolphins fan, you load up on pass rushers because you're going to need it. Like they're building a wall right there for either, Justin Fields this year or whatever potential future quarterback they take. I mean, as we said it with the Patriots, like you can't argue with just taking solid offensive linemen.
Whenever you have a quarterback, especially like the Patriots, honestly, is this the best offensive line that Justin Fields has gotten to play behind now?
This is the best set of just team this is the best overall team Justin Fields has ever
Now,
had.
Not the best organization. We're not saying
Offensive
that, Jets fans. The Steelers was the best organization he got to play with.
Yes. But Breece Hall, you've got Breece Hall, Braylon Allen in your backfield.
That's disgusting with Justin Fields. Like now you could have all 3 of them
best
as
offensive
potential
line for sure.
Oh yeah.
Best offensive line for sure. The Steelers' offensive line last year was solid.
But
now with Membu,
over the Lions,
this Jets O-line is
no.
better.
We're not saying that they have
We're
the
talking
best.
about as far as
Justin
Fields'
Fields
career.
and what he's been able to
gotcha,
play with.
yeah.
And so, and the Jets are going to add a wide receiver in this draft. They're going to add a tight end in this draft. So it's only going to get better. I think, and I will not be shocked one bit to see Justin Fields have a resurrection of the season for him. Even if it's not one that's like, hey, we have to keep this guy in New York, I think it will leapfrog him into a potential starting job like Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Geno Smith. Like those guys were able to resurrect their careers.
Watching this guy literally stop Shamar Stewart, like just complete stonewall him. Like there's some
Mm-hmm.
really good players that Armand is like just completely stopping. And one of your favorite quotes to say over the last month is all these defensive linemen have to do is make one sack a game, and they're going to make millions of dollars, become a Hall of Famer. I give up one sack a game, I'm out of a job. Like
Yep. And
it's
that mentality, bro,
yeah.
is like you have to be focused on each and every play. Like you have to, not even that, but the studying you have to do
Yeah.
for the guys you're going up against. Like how often does he change up his arsenal? Like is he hitting me with a spin move like every 5 rushes? Is he sticking to something for the first half and then changing it up every third quarter? Like to me, like that mentality of I will punch somebody in the face for my quarterback, and having the awareness of there is a minimal margin of error for offensive linemen. Like the dude just gets it. And so you can give me, oh, he's T Rex, like he's short arms, but I don't care.
Now answer me this: why is Armand Membu wearing a fucking polo shirt? I get that he's at his house. I mean, he's a top 7 pick, and that's okay to be at your
If you
house
were
with your
at your
family.
house, would you be rocking a suit?
Yes. Are you
No,
fucking
bro.
kidding me?
I'd be in a hoodie
Yeah,
and
Austin.
sweatpants,
Austin, you
man.
answer this question for the people. Would you be iced out whether or not you're
Ah,
at the fucking green room or not? Like this
I
is
mean, he
you're
looks
on camera.
clean.
He's wearing a polo. I'm not saying he
He
doesn't
looks
look good.
clean.
And his dad looks like he's fucking repping it. Like repping the
To be
fucking
honest,
Membu
he
name.
looks just off looks. He looks better than
Listen, I
Will
mean, it's
Campbell.
just a clean
That's true.
polo. Like,
That's true.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with what he's rock. If I'm sitting in my own home on my couch, I'm gonna be comfortable, bro.
Nah, man. The Louis Vuitton is comfortable. That shit's comfy as fuck.
So, reported by Adam Schefter 2 minutes ago,
Panthers pick is in.
minutes after drafting edge rusher Abdul Carter, Giants are picking up the 5th-year option for Kayvon Thibodeau.
Nice. Nice. So Panthers pick is in. And we've talked about this one at length.
Oh wow.
Don't say who it is yet. We
Oh
definitely
wow.
feel like defensive line is a big need for them. Center could have been a potential need, but they've picked up a pretty good offensive line in general. Safety, linebacker, corner, all things that they could potentially grab. I think that we might have had them taking a corner. Um, I really
My
don't
pick
want to
for
see them take
them.
wide receiver. I don't want to see that.
My pick for them would be Mike Green.
I would love to see Mike Green here. I think that might have been who we picked for him last night.
I would love to see them get some Mike Green.
You're
My bad. My bad. Mute got us. Everything that I've seen is defense makes the most sense. Like
yes,
I could see wide receiver because they do need wide receiver on that roster.
but they don't need it now. They could get Jaden Higgins later, brother. They
Yeah,
could
like
get.
I don't know.
There's plenty. Alec Aomanor in the late first, early second. Like I like Alec Aomanor
They
more
need
than I like
offensive
Xavier
line
Leggett.
help.
Straight up. Well, honestly, they don't too bad. They've got Robert Hunt at right guard. They've got Damian Lewis at left guard. Both are young and have had very solid careers. Taylor Monton is probably one of the most consistent right tackles outside of Buddy from the Eagles. And then Aquanu is only a third-year player. He's been getting better every year. He's 24, and last season he was 36 out of 81 on left tackles. first round selection 3 years ago, 6 overall. So he's had a very good, like, you know, conversion. I don't want to see them touch offensive line this early. I want
I
to see
don't.
them
I don't.
get Buddy
I
from
think it's. I
Georgia.
think it's pass rusher or wide receiver.
I want to see them get the center from Georgia. That's what I want to see them get, second, third round. I'll be happy with that. I honestly, late second, probably like mid third round, somewhere in that range. But yeah, pass rusher would be great here. Now, pass rushers that are still available, do we really think Mike Green is the best one?
Yes. Yes. Telling you.
Yeah, I mean, between him and
Mike
Donovan,
Green is the best pure pass rusher, but for my preference, I would go Jahad Campbell because I think he crosses off 2 boxes for you.
okay. He gives you a pass rush, but also a linebacker.
Yeah, like with them letting Shaq Thompson go, I think he just makes your linebacker room that much stronger. I think he gives you the pass rusher that you're looking for. I think you would still need to add another like pure pass rusher, like a straight edge at some point. But that would be my preference, would be Jahad Campbell. Now, let's see, trying to just... All right, the pick is in. They're at commercial break right now.
Yep. Looking at some Taco
NFL.com
Bell.
is already showing it. Like, the fact that it's already up. But it's not on
Don't
the
spoil
TV.
it for the people yet. I'll let you know whenever the pick comes through.
I won't spoil it for
For those
the
those that are not just watching our beautiful faces, which I have been throwing some highlights on for the other 2 people that are watching the stream.
All right, guys. All right, so with the Panthers pick in, Saints on the clock at 9.
Quarterback's something that's been talked about a lot.
I think this is another one with the Saints here is you don't really know who they're going to go with. Like, there's a bunch of positions of need. They need quarterback, they need corner, they need offensive line, they need wide receiver, they need defensive line. So they could go any number of ways. I've seen Tyler Warren mocked to them, but to me, that's like the one position that doesn't make sense.
For the Saints?
Yeah.
If Sean Payton was still there, it makes sense. But with him gone, they have so many other needs on that offense. But the pick is in. Goodell's taking his sweet-ass time. Those fucking white shoes of his. No way.
Good.
Wow.
What, the pick?
Yeah.
Yep. Tet McMillan. Like, I understand getting a weapon for Bryce. Like, I get it. But, man, like, I would have much rather seen them be able to take, like, a Mike Green and come back with Jaden Higgins.
Yeah. I like Jaden Higgins more than I like Tet McMillan, if we're being honest. Like, Tet was more dominant, but, man, I love watching Jaden Higgins play. Like, I just think that he's so technical of a player. And he's not my number one receiver. Like, I just think that Tet McMillan is overrated.
Apparently, Tet's been working out with Bryce Young in L.A. over the offseason here.
Yeah,
so that's
because the owner called Bryce and was like, "Yo,
nice
I'm gonna draft Tet McMillan way before anybody wants him. So go ahead and start working with him right now."
So, I mean, okay, I get it. Like, cool. I mean, yeah, like, that's one to me. Like, yeah, it's, as a Panthers fan, I'm interested to see how Panthers fans are reacting to that.
I mean, honestly, if we're being real, last year's first round pick for them was a bit of a bust. Not total bust, but like for how old he is. Um, I know everyone loves listening to the man talk, but like he did not have a very good rookie season in Xavier Leggett. So like now at least Tet McMillan can play on outside on the
Oh,
on
okay.
the
So what I'm seeing in the comments underneath the pick is, I guess he does not like going by Tet. Tet is not his nickname.
what is it?
He likes to go either by Tetaroa, his full name,
Or
or
T Mac?
T Mac.
I don't give a damn what you like.
Well, I mean, if somebody is going to say how they like to be, addressed, I will respect that. So I will no longer say Tet McMillan. It will be T Mac from now on. No,
After his
it's going to be
third
Tetaroa. It's going to
after
be Tetaroa. I'm not willing to give him the T Mac moniker. I know
Thank
that's
you.
his name.
Thank you.
I know that's his name. But a guy who watched a lot of NBA basketball in the 90s and early 2000s, I refuse to call somebody else T Mac.
After his third 100-yard, one touchdown game in a row, I will start calling him by what the name that he wants to be called. Until then, he's Tet. Prove it to us, little man.
I mean, I don't know. Our T Mac is in the Hall of Fame. Like, so it's kind of up to that standard there. Like, I need a Mike Evans career out of him before I give him T Mac. I need 11 straight seasons of 1,000 yards. Like,
I need a Mike Evans career
give me
before
that.
I stop hating on him because he's my new favorite person to hate
He
on.
gives you a Mike Evans
Bro,
career. You're gonna just transfer all the Mike Evans hate to him. Like, you're not gonna miss a beat. It's just gonna be like, oh, Mike McMillan. Like, oh, here we go.
I mean, I don't like him for all the same reasons that I don't like Mike Evans. And it's not that I don't like Mike Evans. This was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He'd only had 8 years of 1,000 yards whenever I was hating on him. Now he just keeps doing it. And I just felt like his game plan, like what he was doing as a receiver, wasn't going to be able to be done longevity, and it is. I was proven wrong.
All right, so the Saints pick is in. What position do you think they're going here?
Jackson Dart would make sense.
I don't think at number 9.
I don't think they're going to, but Jackson Dart would make sense. I wouldn't be like upset with them taking Jackson Dart. Honestly, whenever we were talking about it before, let me pull up their page real quick. So biggest needs, defensive interior, corner. They've got Kool-Aid McKinstry, but that's it. Alontae Taylor has had a horrible career thus far, not even like serviceable.
I think Jahdae Barron would be an excellent pick for them.
Yeah, I could see that. They took a tackle last year who had a decent year. Trevor Penning hasn't surmounted to much since picked in the first round 3 years ago.
I was told to expect more trades. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we've been saying the whole time, that they're not going to have a bunch of trades. That it's not going to be like last year where a bunch of teams are trading up for these quarterbacks. But Saints pick is in right now. Let's see what they say. Kelvin Banks Jr. I mean, I think that's actually huge.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'll say it. Like, you can't argue with just solid offensive linemen. Like, that, to me, you just build a wall. Also, your quarterbacks have been getting hurt a lot. So, you just need to get that figured out.
Shador Sanders is sitting there. Mel Kiper needs to shut up. Shador
No,
Sanders does not help this
Mel's
team.
doing whatever he can just for the ESPN storylines. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Shador's still there. Like, as soon as it starts getting close to the Steelers pick, it's gonna. Oh, is the team gonna try to jump the Steelers for Shador Sanders? We don't really know, guys. We're gonna
It's
see what
actually a
happens.
pretty solid Mel Kiper impression.
You just gotta act like you have like a mix of like methamphetamine and Parkinson's. Oh, laces out, Dan.
Who do we have on the clock?
The Chicago Bears are now on the clock, and the pick is reportedly in. So Kelvin Bakes Jr. here. Okay, nice. You've got the highlights playing for the people. I like that. I appreciate that. Good stuff. All right, so
Chicago Bears have been getting a lot of hate tonight because everything's happening in Green Bay, and they.
I'm sorry.
them.
I just saw with the Bears pick already in that quick. I've already seen who it is, and
so let me go through my thing. All right, offensive line solid.
I don't think you're gonna guess the player or position.
Damn, that means it's probably wide receiver or tight end. There's no way it's running back.
It's not running back. I'll give you that.
I mean, I don't think that it would be defensive line, but Mike Green right here would be interesting.
I actually love this pick, but like after our discussion with the Bears in our mock draft that we did, like it does kind of shock me. And the player shocks me as well.
Are you watching these two ladies on the stage right now?
Yeah, I see him.
The more that I see stuff like this, the more that I think like, was the Hunger Games like us telling of like what we're like actually gonna see in the future?
Oh, 1,000%.
Like I honestly think that it was future telling. Like
the 1,000%.
It's ridiculous, dude. Like how much work has the woman on the right had done? Like
Colleen?
Obviously, yes. I have no idea what her name is.
Yeah, no, I do like Colleen. Colleen's solid.
Like the woman on the left in the red. In the red looks
Laura
natural,
Rutledge.
awesome. Like I like the
Laura
suit
Rutledge.
thing. But like, bruh, the chick in the black. I mean, how much work?
Colleen Wolf. Come on now.
No idea who that is. I don't watch ESPN. I'm sorry.
I think she's NFL Network.
Okay. If they're not on the Pat McAfee show. I'm just kidding.
He doesn't
I
have
honestly,
women on the show.
I don't even watch that one. I get all my information from other various sources close to the league.
All right, so the Bears pick is in. The Niners are on the clock. Austin, are you available with this? Are you anywhere here with us, Austin?
I feel like Austin has a baby in his arms right now.
All right. Well, the Bears pick. Are you ready?
Wait,
for this?
no. I don't want to know. They're about to walk on the stage in just a second.
Okay.
I want to keep guessing, right? Like honestly.
Yeah. No, I got you.
You told me I'm never gonna guess it, which is the part that's throwing me off. Because there's no way that they picked offensive line, right? Like that's the thing that. Okay.
That's yeah.
So did they go defensive line? They're about to say it in the next 10 seconds.
No.
No. So then they went linebacker. Janae, no. Okay, and they didn't go Janae Barron.
Nope.
Or any corner.
Nope.
So then they went Tyler Warren.
Nope.
They took a wide receiver?
Nope.
Bro, safety? Malachi Starks?
Nope. I told you, you're not going to guess the position.
They didn't take a
player.
quarterback. I mean, they took a fucking running back? They take a Marion Hampton?
I'm loving this right now, though. Like
I
I'm
know
loving
you
what
are.
I
You're
know,
loving it
and you're
so
just
much.
going through it.
Well, I mean, dude, I just went through almost every position. Did they take a fucking kicker? Like,
I can't even tell you a kicker in this draft. Like,
dude,
I'm gonna be
seriously,
fully
I
honest.
don't think that there's any. We didn't take a single kicker in all the mock drafts we did, and we loved doing that last year. That was so much fun. Like taking a kicker for someone in the 7th. 50th anniversary for Walter Payton. Yeah, I need to get a Walter Payton jersey bad. Shh, don't tell Sarah though. So no offensive line, no defensive line, no linebacker, no safety, no corner, no wide receiver, no tight end, no quarterback, no running back. I mean, bro, then who the fuck did they possibly take? Oh wait. Don't tell me.
I was gonna say, like, do you
He's
want me
about
to
to say
tell
it.
you?
He's about to say
Yeah,
it.
he's about to say it. You're not gonna guess. It's gonna be like, what?
Colston Loveland. Oh wow.
Yeah,
I mean, I did say tight end a while back, but I
yeah.
said Tyler
You
Warren.
did say tight end, but you said Tyler Warren, and that's why I was like, no.
I mean, so when we were talking yesterday during the draft, I was saying that I like Colston Loveland a little bit more as a pure pass catching
He is
tight
a
end.
better overall tight end. Like as far as just
Not
blocking,
overall.
like,
Not overall. I think pure pass rush. Or I'm sorry, pass reception. As a receiving tight end, I think he's better. As a blocking, running the ball, throwing the ball, doing all the stuff that Tyler Warren can do for you, I don't think he's better. But like as a receiving threat, I think he's a little bit bigger. He's got a little bit more speed, a little bit better hands. Like he's ridiculous. Austin's gonna be pumped. That's why you were asking about Austin. I should have known. That should have been the telltale.
that's why I was trying to get Austin on here so he could discuss two of his guys going in the top 10 right there. Like that's
Yeah.
huge. Like I do like there he is.
Hey.
It's not gonna live up well. I said that man shouldn't even be a first round pick.
Yeah, I don't understand why you have hate for the guy. Like I
No,
love
I
Colston
just
Loveland.
I didn't see him as a top 10 pick. I mean, that's insane. That's actually insane.
Yeah, that's like I said, I was shocked. You know, everything everybody has said is, oh, Tyler Warren's gonna be the first tight end.
I don't know
taken.
how you don't.
I
They
think right
they
now
really
the
fumbled the
Colts are
bag.
sitting there like this.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
the Colts are like, please. So for me, as a Dolphins fan, now number 13 becomes a very valuable trade back spot because you can trade one spot ahead of the Colts if you want Tyler Warren that bad.
Oh, here's a Mike Green pick if I've ever seen it coming up.
Who, the 49ers?
Hmm.
It's not Mike Green, but it is an edge.
What?
Yeah, the pick is already in. Cowboys are on the clock.
Ole Miss boy?
No.
What? Oh, Texas Tech boy.
No.
Texas A&M, I meant.
No.
Okay, I'm confused on who it might be. Is it one of the top dudes?
It's Dominic
Oh.
Ezeraku, brother.
Yes.
No,
yeah.
it's not.
It's not him
Wait,
either. Though.
what?
Like, I'm going to just say it is a guy who I thought was going to go first round, but with this pick at 11,
The Georgia
he's
boy.
gone much higher than I thought. Now, this in the early mocks in the season, this was like he was going in this range.
What a house, Colston. What a house.
Yeah, see, Colby, you're hating on Armand with his polo. Colson's just rocking a t-shirt with like a jacket over the top.
That
Like,
button down, open
where's
up.
the hate on
not
that?
Okay, not okay. I wasn't
Yeah.
here for it.
Oh,
I'm,
okay.
I'm
Okay.
playing the highlights for the people. I can't see it.
Not everyone can afford a suit.
Yes, they fucking can. They've all
Wow,
been
they're not
getting
getting-
NIL
to be
money.
honest, for Kyle's wedding, I went to Goodwill and pieced together a 4-piece suit out of just stuff that Goodwill had. I looked great, but it all came from Goodwill.
There's no way it's
So,
Princely.
it's possible.
Nope. So it's Landon Jackson.
Nope. No.
So it's Michael.
No.
Okay, and then it's Michael Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Williams is the pick for the 49ers.
Austin said it.
at
He said it a
11.
couple minutes ago. He said the Georgia
Oh,
boy.
okay. Oh, okay.
He didn't say
Well,
his
see,
name.
I was waiting for him to clarify either Michael or Jalen Walker.
Yeah. Agreed.
Michael.
So-
Jalen Walker's the end of the first round going to the Eagles. We already know that.
Now that Michael Williams is gone.
All right, so
Yeah.
Michael Williams is off the board now. The Dallas Cowboys are on the clock. Austin, what are you hoping they take here?
Omarion Hampton.
Honestly, that's what Peter Schrager had you guys doing at 12. And I don't fucking hate it at all.
No.
I think that that's
I
a
don't hate it.
solid pick.
I don't
Come
hate
on
it.
down.
With GNT being gone, I don't hate it one bit.
And you're seeing people are grabbing their guys. They don't give a fuck.
No, and that's where I think a lot of this draft, that's what you're going to see out of a lot of these teams, is they're just going to take guys that fit their scheme. It doesn't matter where they're at. To me, with Robert Saleh coming into the Bears running that defense again, I'm going to, for all you can say about
49ers.
him as a head coach, 49ers. For all you can say about Saleh as a head coach, as a defensive coordinator, the dude is one of the top guys in the league as far as a defensive mind.
Yep.
Where's he at?
If Michael Williams is who he wants to pair with Nick Bosa, I'm not going
Then
to argue.
fucking
with
he
it.
went
he's
back
the one
to
that
the
took Nick
Niners.
Bosa shit.
Yeah.
He's
That's
the
crazy.
One that's at like
yeah,
number 3.
he went
or
with the
some
guy
shit.
who's, Georgia boy, like playing against big schools his whole
Yeah.
career, you know.
I mean, Mike Green, I love as a prospect. Donovan, James Pierce, Nick Scourton, Jamar Stewart, all the guys that Michael Williams
Just smaller
just jumped.
schools.
Yeah, I mean, he took the guy that plays against
But like
the
I
hardest
said, in the
competition.
early mock drafts, this is around the range that he was going.
And
Why
he
did
does
he
have
fall?
my favorite build. He has my
6'5",
favorite build.
265? Like, why did he
See,
fall?
I think it wasn't a matter of him falling. I think it was a matter of people just placing other guys above him, like
Yeah.
Mike Green. Like, oh, his stats were awesome, and he came out and had a good, off season with training. So let's move him up a little bit because he's just an athletic specimen. So that's going to push Michael down. And then certain guys like Jahad Campbell and Jalen Walker to where they're listed as linebackers, but they still give you the versatility for a pass rusher, that would push him down. So right now, I mean, like I said, with how close so many of these guys are grouped in their positions, it's just a matter of pick your flavor.
Yeah. And
Like,
honestly,
that's where I
Abdul
think
Carter
a lot of
was
these
tier
teams,
1.
a lot of
Everybody
these
else was
teams,
tier
the
2.
positions they're taking are right around the positions that you expected them to take. It's just maybe different players.
All right, pick is in. They're picking Mike Green. Michael Williams.
That's the other guy I'm okay with is getting Mike Green. I actually thought the Niners were going to take him. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if the
That's
the
my
Cowboys
alternative.
were
This
able
is
to
where
pair
we-
Mike Green with Micah Parsons,
This is where we had Mike Green is like, if he goes outside of this range, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Is what we were saying before. Because the Dolphins don't need a pass rusher at 13. They need so much other.
for the Dolphins, pass rusher is actually one of the few positions they do need. Don't need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kelvin Banks is gone.
Yeah. He went
Yeah.
to the
Mimbu, Banks, and Will Campbell are
Campbell.
gone. So I think that takes away tackle or offensive line for the
So
Dolphins
Michael-
unless
or,
they reach on somebody.
So now it's going to be my boy Malachi Starks.
Or Jade Barron.
I
Because
wouldn't
Jade
hate
Barron,
Jahdae Barron.
unless he goes to the Cowboys.
Which he shouldn't. They've got Bland
No.
and they've got Diggs.
I'm really hoping the Dolphins are in a trade back spot for a team that's just like, ooh, the Colts might take Warren. Let's get up there and get ahead of them.
Y'all could use Tyler Warren.
Not with Jonnu Smith.
Nah.
On the other, there's always two
Nah,
tight ends. There's not
Jonnu
just
I mean,
one.
yeah,
had such a good season,
It'd
though.
be
I
nice,
get that.
but with all the other positions that the Dolphins
draft
desperately need,
Not just best player available.
like desperately need. I do think the Dolphins draft a tight end.
Yeah, I want to see us take Mason Taylor.
I know you do.
I know you
I wouldn't
know,
be mad
I
at
know
it.
you know,
I
know.
wouldn't be mad at it either. But
Bro, he's
yeah.
so athletic and he looks so
he's
smooth.
good. He's
He's
not even that.
I'm not trying to say that he's my
His
boy.
father and his uncle both played for Miami.
It only makes
Like
sense.
it would just be royalty to get him there.
6'5", 260 out of Georgia. First Georgia player off the board.
We're getting
All
Amari.
right, so
Okay,
the
so, yep,
Cowboys.
sounds good. All right, yep, I'll lock it in. Yeah, we got Amari on
All right,
boys.
it's okay. The Cowboys pick is in. The Miami Dolphins are officially on the clock.
Do
Mario.
you already know who it is, Justin?
For the Cowboys,
Yeah.
yes.
All right. Don't say who it is.
It's
I'm
not
not
who
even
I
gonna
want,
give
bro.
any
He didn't
hints
even. He
because
didn't
it's
even.
Austin's team.
That poker face was crazy. If it was Amarion, crazy poker
No,
face. It's
I'm
not
gonna.
Amarion.
I'm not gonna give one
not-
hint, a single bit, because it's,
not
your
Mike
squad.
Green.
I'm gonna
It's
just
n-
let you ride it.
But it's not the two guys that I said, right? Just tell me that,
I'm giving 0 hints.
dude. Fucking.
You can
A.
look it up, Austin, but don't.
I
Do
can't.
it.
I can't.
Don't do it.
I'm giving
See it
0
live.
hints. No, and with the
technically,
Dolphins
gone.
on the clock, I'm not looking at anything.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be
technically, it's
happy or
gone.
disappointed?
No, don't. That's
Huh?
a hint. That's a hint. Don't give.
Like
Are
I
you gonna
said,
be?
I'm not-
Am I gonna be happy or disappointed?
Nah, he's not giving you
That's a
that.
hint, bro. I'm not.
No,
I'm
he's
not
not giving
giving
you that.
any hints. You might as well ask me what the weather is right now because like you're not getting nothing.
What do you think of Jerry Jones?
Old
he's gonna
man
fuck
who's
yourself?
changing up his team.
I think he's the crypt keeper at this point. Hello, friends.
Mikal Williams looks like he's been playing in the league
That
for 5
crypt-
years
that-
already,
that's a little too old
Bruh,
for you
for
kiddos
real.
out there.
I mean, all these defensive ends coming out, dude.
and that's an edge. I would have to block that motherfucker. I'm okay.
All right, commissioner's coming on the stage. Austin.
You know how hard it hurts when he smashes down on your neck when you have
The
to
only
block
thing I
down.
will say about the Cowboys pick is I like.
No,
the
don't
pick.
say it. Don't say it.
That's what I wanted to hear. Was you like the pick?
Wait.
I like the pick.
Wait. So they took a guard, Tyler Booker out of Alabama, which was the only guard that I saw going in the first round.
I love that pick actually. Like,
Yeah.
Zach Martin retired. You have needs on the interior O line.
Yeah, you guys got Robert fucking
Austin
Jones.
Austin
right
is
now,
dying inside.
Austin is so upset. He wanted a running back so bad. But Austin, we just talked about this with the Genty pick. There are 6 running backs worth having. If you guys get Caleb Johnson in the second round, you're not going to give a fuck about the fact you didn't get Amarian in the first.
We keep getting Tylers in the first round.
Tyler Guyton last year, Tyler Booker this year. Just build on
This
O-line
man
for
is
Tyler.
running through the tunnel. He's sprinting. He's pumped
I
to come
love
play
that
for the
pick,
boys.
No
I love
shit.
that pick.
Pumped to
Playing
come
for the
play
damn
them boys.
Cowboys. Oh my god. America's team, just wanted to remind y'all.
No, not anymore. Not even close.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's always gonna be.
Tyler,
But
yeah. I
when
like
do
the
where
pick. Like, I
where do
fully
we have him
understand,
going?
But I like the pick.
We didn't have him going in the first because we
yeah,
were
he
afraid
was-
to. Honestly, like I've seen him
Well, at
going in
least-
the first a lot, but like I didn't want to have a guard going in the first round and get a bunch of shit for it because
Not this high.
not this
Like
high.
I can understand like the back half of the draft.
But like we just said in the last pick, if it's your guy, go get him. Like don't
Build a
fucking
wall.
wait for some bullshit.
build a wall. Like
And
so, I'm with
You
it.
guys got Cooper Beebe. You got Tyler Smith.
He got
who's having a
invited to
great
the draft
career.
for a reason. Like
Terrence
he's walking
Steele.
out on the stage right now.
Where
Tyler
were we mocking this guy at?
Early second.
Where were we mocking?
Early
him? Yeah, he
second.
was early second.
That's
But
what
like
happened
I s-
last year with Guyton.
Like I said though, with this draft, you're
Guyton
going to
was
see
a
a
late
lot of guys
first
that can be
last year.
considered reaches, but teams are simply just going to pick their guys that fit their scheme, and that makes the most sense for them. So, with Zach Martin retiring, and you already had needs at the interior O line, to me, like this makes a ton of sense because
Yeah.
of what Coach said as well. In the second round, you're able to come back and get a running back of your choice because there's going to be plenty there for
Bro, you guys might get Dylan Sampson. In the you could trade
Tell
back
you
in
what,
the second round.
They
and
come
get Dylan
back in the
Sampson.
second or third round and they take your guy Cam Scattaboo. You gonna be
I
mad?
would still rather Caleb Johnson.
No, I won't be mad if Cam Scattergood's on my
Really?
team.
You'd be mad if they got Caleb Johnson though?
No, I wouldn't be mad at that. I would love that.
Yeah, I think that's the play.
I would like to trade up still and get Omarion before he's gone, but I know
I
it's
feel
very
you.
unlikely now. Like the odds
Yeah,
of that are
Amari and Hampton's going to Chargers. You heard it here first.
Chargers.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
really
since
hoping I
Colston's
see that
gone,
the
like that.
Dolphins
Yeah,
trade It still says they're on the clock. They got 5 minutes left. The pick's not in
Dolphins?
yet. Yep, we're just chilling. Laces out, Dan.
this isn't gonna be too spicy of a pick, is it? Just gonna be a nice gritty pick.
I want Jade Barron or Malachi Starks right here.
Well, I wanted two guys too.
Offensive
then-
line.
And then somebody I didn't even know
offensive line-
existed comes on through.
offensive line would make sense to me because the Dolphins desperately and always
but
need
now the
offensive
interior
line.
guy that we could have just gotten is
But
gone.
it
There's no
also
other
comes-
interior guys.
It also comes through to where it's like Kenneth Grant. Like, okay, like we could have gotten somebody like at a different position of need, but I'm not going to be mad at it because I like the player.
Yeah,
So with the Dolphins'
don't thi-
needs and who's available right now, outside of the offensive tackles that have been taken, I don't really think they can mess this up, but it is the Dolphins. So don't be shocked to see Will Johnson or like Benjamin Morrison.
I
go
have
this
not
early.
seen somebody sprint down the hallway like this man just sprinted down the hallway.
Yeah, no,
no,
he's
he
a
ready.
pulling guard for real.
He ready right now.
Yeah,
Get him on the field, coach.
I do
Doing
love
all I
his
can not
his
to look at
aura,
the
his
Twitter stream
energy,
right now,
his
'cause People
vibe.
will tip picks early, and I don't want that right now. At least for the Dolphins pick.
They send
yeah,
you
yeah,
tip
put your phone
picks.
away.
What's
Oh,
wrong
I'm
with
not looking
that?
at nothing. Nothing's being looked at right now.
Man, oh
That
man.
dude is about to have the celebration of his life.
That's some
And
confidence.
that's the thing we always got to shed light on with these guys too. Is like this is like a dream come true. Like you work your whole life to get to this point. And there's only so many people that get to experience like what they're experiencing. It was hilarious. I saw the Bussin' with the Boys guys, Will Compton and Taylor Lewan, and how they're getting access to be at the green room and all of that. And Will Compton started to say, man, how dope is it going to be like that we get to experience like the green. And then he stopped and he was like, oh, you know what, Taylor, fuck you. Because Taylor Lewan was a first round pick and he got to experience that. Will
Yeah.
Compton was undrafted. So
Yeah,
for him, it's just like Will Compton's like, I didn't get a draft day experience at all.
no.
I
He was
didn't
like,
even
My draft
know
day
he
experience
get
was-
drafted.
you got the dream draft experience, so go to
Like,
hell.
How many nights going to sleep wondering?
Yeah, three in a row.
That's crazy, bro.
Like, all right, man. I'm probably not for a day
right,
one
the
pick, but
Dolphins
maybe
pick
day
is
2.
in.
Like, if not day 3 for sure, right? Just
The Dolphins pick is in. I don't know
draft
who it
finished.
is. I haven't looked. I will not look.
Do not
but the
look.
pick is in. They have not traded the pick.
I
so
will
they are
not,
making the
cannot,
pick.
shall not look.
I really
I'll
hope
tell
I
you.
don't have
I'll
the
tell you who it
experience
is.
I really hope I don't have.
Who's the
experience that
fastest
Austin had.
player? Who's the fastest player left on the board?
Fastest?
The
Yeah.
dude from Texas.
Yeah, Jaden Blue.
That's who y'all are getting then.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
You
It's
see
either
this?
him or the guy from
You see
Arkansas that
this?
ran a 4.2.
You see that right there? That,
Telling you.
That's for you.
Speed. That's all your coach cares about.
Little speed guys. I can't wait till we get like a
Oh.
5'11",
I feel like we're gonna
440 fucking
Cam
left tackle.
Scattaboo coming in
I
for
feel
you.
like the Dolphins are gonna completely fuck this pick up.
Yep.
Like I really do.
Hey, all I know is I'm going to be
Like-
wearing the same hat as the player that they pick right now.
Where our biggest, like, our safety room and our corner room is completely depleted. To me, knowing the Dolphins' history and Chris Greer and how he thinks he's just smarter than everybody, they will not pick safety or corner. they're not going to, because that's how the
I
Dolphins
mean, that makes
operate.
so much sense. Like, why would they pick those positions? Honestly, I wouldn't even be that mad at like Connerly from Oregon or like one of these other tackles. Like to just get the best one on the board. Like we
Get your
know
guy.
offensive line is such a huge possible need, but he's walking up to the stage right now, Justin. I'll give you the play-by-play. The bells are playing. He's saying it. Miami Dolphins select Kenneth Grant.
Oh, yes, sir. I love that for y'all boys.
Honestly, not
I
mad.
I
Bro,
liked the pick because I liked the player, but I told you, no corners, no safeties on the roster
that's a
worth a
nasty
damn,
pick.
and you're gonna
Uh,
pick a defensive lineman.
Now we
Give
haven't
me a Grant
traded
jersey now.
Like,
homie yet,
all right,
right? We haven't traded wow, I can't even think of his name.
Ramsey.
Yeah, we haven't traded him yet. He's requested a trade. Colts pick is already in.
Yo, why is he looking at the card to say his position and where he's from? The man can't remember the top 20 picks, like where they from and their name and shit. He's reading it before he goes out there, I'm sure, right?
So we got
All the time in the
6'3",
world.
331-pound
Yeah, bro.
man.
Absolute.
Kenneth
He's the
Grant is
biggest
the
man in the
third
draft,
Michigan
bro.
player to go in the first 13 picks.
We bleed blue around here, baby.
Oh, that it makes so much more sense now too. Stephen Ross is a Michigan alum. Like donates to Michigan constantly, loves Michigan. So okay. Like I said, I hate feeling disappointed in the pick because I love the player.
Dude.
And like him next to Sealer with the pass rushers that the Dolphins
And
do have when they're
over the
healthy.
last 2 seasons, we've at
Dope.
least looked trenches in the first round between Chop Robinson, Kenneth Grant.
And I guess if you're not going to have any DBs, you better have a front seven that can get to the quarterback. So, okay, but
And Kenneth Grant's a bit
damn,
of
dude.
a stuffer. You know, he
hundred
stuffs the
percent.
run a little bit. You know,
Dude, he stuffs the whole line. He is the line.
yeah. We only need one defensive lineman with Kenneth Grant out there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He's
His run
massive.
defense grade was 87.5, which is like top 5 in college football last year.
Justin's currently screaming at the top of his lungs in his garage.
It's okay,
On mute.
Justin.
Just
Now,
let it
he
out,
also
buddy.
plays both sides of the defensive tackle game. He plays A and B gap, which I like. He does not go outside very often, which is expected at 330 pounds.
Yeah, never. Unless you're, doing a little pivot, a little swapperoo, a stunt. Act like you're hitting the A gap and you shift to the B gap. Man, some disappointment over here. I mean, not really. Like, we got some solid players, but
All
like
right,
we didn't
picks
get
in.
the spicy players.
Colts
All
pick
these
is
other
in.
teams get these spicy guys.
Yeah, I know. We get a couple trenches, brothers. Tyler
There we
Warren,
go.
what everyone's been
Yeah,
expecting.
it's got to be.
It is.
It's got to be. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one that makes absolutely the most sense.
Damn, I'm surprised your voice is still there.
After all that screaming.
Yeah.
He, as you left, he's like, Justin's just going to scream in a pillow real quick.
Yeah, no worries.
No worries.
So Walter Nolan still being there with Kenneth Grant. What do you think about that? I know that we went back and forth on Walter Nolan and Kenneth Grant a lot when we were doing our mock drafts.
So you asking if he would have rathered Walter Nolan?
Yeah.
See, that's what I meant by like this dude's just a massive wall. Like usually the Dolphins pick up like an athletic
would've,
dude. Like Chop
but-
Robinson's athletic. Like
And
I wanted to
as much
see a
as I
big
don't
boy.
like to, point out like character concerns and just kind of look at the player, if a guy has character concerns, I don't want him in Miami.
Who was that
And
player
he does.
that we traded up
Kenneth
to number
Grant does?
3 overall for? That was the next
Deion Jordan.
Deion Jordan. Yeah, and then who was that guy that went at number 10? But he got caught with the smoking of the thing
Oh,
draft
good old
day.
Laramie.
Laramie
Tunsil.
Tunsil. Laramie Tunsil ended up being sick. Actually, not too bad. Like he's been okay in his career.
That wasn't a
Has he gotten a
character
bunch of-
issue.
No,
Everyone
that-
smokes Wade.
This was before it was legal in the league, though. Like
I don't give a
if
damn.
you
That's
got
a
caught
damn
smoking,
plan.
you were missing games.
Yeah, that's stupid though.
So I still would have preferred.
I missed a
Malachi
whole NFL
Starks.
career because of it.
Malachi Starks is probably the most like absolute. Where do you want him to play? That's where he'll play on the defense right now. As far as like a defensive back, and we need defensive back help everywhere. I would have
I would have loved
Malachi Starks.
Malachi for y'all. That seemed like such a solid pick.
Yeah,
Like, I really felt like that was going to be the guy.
but hey, now he's going to go to the Eagles, and he's going to play with all those white
No.
corners.
no,
I mean, he's
no,
a
no.
defensive player for
Yeah.
Georgia, so
But he won't go that late. Ain't no way.
Maybe,
The
honestly.
best
I
safety on the
like
board.
Tyler Warren to the Colts. Like
Yeah, it's a
the
solid
Colts,
pick.
they were mocked to tight end in every mock draft for the most
they
part,
need
to
one.
where it just
they need
became
a
like
safety
a stick.
blanket for their quarterback to be able to throw the ball to.
Not even that, but just the versatile player that Tyler Warren is for him
Ezuraku.
as well. Like you run a wildcat with him and Jonathan Taylor, that's incredible.
Yo, honestly, for real though.
I just can't believe he didn't. Like, I just can't believe Loveland went before him because this dude was like an anomaly. It felt like a tight end we've never even seen before. Just a total man's man.
I
With the
liked.
hair,
I
with
was
the
saying
hands, with the
last
speed.
night though when we were recording
blocking.
our final mock draft. I liked Colson Loveland more as a pure
There's the height there.
pass
The height is
reception
there.
tight end. Like, put a guy out there to just eat the middle of the field every single time.
Skinny Rob Gronkowski. He goes up and gets that ball
Yeah,
the same way
yeah.
Rob did. I hated when you said Harold Fannin Jr., I think, and he's just like what's his name for the Lions?
Laporta.
Laporta. Like it's just like so
He's
night and day. I can't put them
smooth.
together. I
He doesn't
know,
have the
but
frame that Laporta
but
does.
give me something
Roll
else.
with
Bruh, he's so smooth. He catches
He's
the ball
smoother.
so well. He's
He's
smoother.
more of an athlete. Yeah.
Yes, but like everything Laporta gives you from a tight end perspective, I think that's what you're getting from Harold Fanning Jr. He can block. He's smooth. He receives the ball so well. Soft hands, like probably the softest hands in the draft from a tight end perspective is Harold Fanning Jr. He's still not going to go in the first 3 rounds. He's going to go late round 2, early round 3.
So the Falcons on the clock now. Their pick's not in yet.
Ezuraku.
What are we thinking with them?
Ezuraku. is my
Ezuraku.
guess.
I think Ezuraku, Mike Green. Like
I would love to see Mike
Yep.
Green here.
I think pass
Yep.
rusher of some sort as
Yeah,
well.
Where's
we-
Marshall?
We
Where's
had them
Marshall
going pass
located?
rusher a lot. James Pierce would be too early for me. Nick Skouerton would be too early. And Shamar Stewart would be a little bit early just because I think that Mike Green as a Raku is tier 2. Michael Williams wasn't quite in that tier for me.
No,
But
he was in tier 3 for me.
yeah, for the like that is tier 2. Mike Green, Donovan Ezeraku. I want to
Yeah.
see Mike Green. We are Marshall.
Yeah. Well, who's up next? Yeah, I mean
The
the
Atlanta
Cowboys already
Falcons.
picked, so I really no after them. Arizona. Yeah, I'd rather see Mike Green at the Falcons. Where's
Honestly,
Marshall
we're
located? Do you
probably
know?
about to see 2 back-to-back edge players. Where Marshall is, no idea.
Marshall.
Looks like it is West Virginia, Huntington, West Virginia.
Yeah, Marshall.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I knew
Yeah,
Justin would
I could've
know.
Told you
I
that.
mean, he just knows everything.
West Virginia.
Off the dome ski, he
West
wouldn't have had to look up
Virginia.
that Explorer
Wouldn't have had to use the
page.
Google
Mountain Mama.
That's right.
Explorer, bro. Delete
I need to
Explorer off
update
of
my
your
system.
computer.
I need to update my
I should have deleted
hard drive.
Explorer off of
Running
that
down a
computer
river.
before I gave it to you. If it's still on
No,
there,
I was just
delete that shit.
joking.
Okay.
That was just a joke.
Okay, good. Mel's best available: Shador Sanders, Jalen Walker, Will Johnson, Amarian Hampton, and Josh Simmons. What do you guys think?
I think you need to let Mel stick to his day job.
Like,
Yeah, brother. Shador's his number one player that's available. That's
no,
fucking
that's
crazy.
cap.
That's bro.
Who's
we're too old.
Shador?
I'm sorry. Let me.
Is that
pause it
a
there. Justin,
defensive edge?
Justin, we are too old to say cap. All right, we were born in the '90s.
No.
but like almost '89.
It's what the kids say these days. You got to relate to them, man. You
We're
got
not
to get on their
hip
level.
and fly, and
That's
we can't
cap,
say
homie.
cap. We can't say.
Do
that
y'all be
things are cap.
hunching?
Nah, man, that's straight cap.
I don't
homie.
even know what that means, and that's how old I am. I know you just
Do
made
y'all
that
be
up, right?
hunching?
You made that
No.
up, right?
What, cap?
No, hunching. What are you saying right now?
Hunching?
Yeah. You're making that shit up?
What's it sound like?
What is hunching? Like I'm hunched
Like
over?
hunching over. Like we're old
No, we
people.
just-
This is hunching.
That's humping.
That's humping.
There you go. Now we're on to it.
Okay.
Hunching means fucking.
Okay. Well, I'd be doing that, sometimes.
Sexual intercourse. I'm a virgin.
You have a child. I have a child.
Born again virgin.
That is my boy. It's my child.
That's my
So-
boy.
I was referencing Titanic.
That was
Nice.
Harry Potter, wasn't
Oh,
it?
nice. That was a good one.
Yeah. He was
Colby's.
referencing.
No. That's not what I was referencing.
What?
My boy.
Oh, well,
There will be
I'm-
blood. There will be
Oh, I was
blood.
I was doing Harry
Okay.
Potter.
Did neither of you get
That's
that?
my boy.
No,
No.
I thought you were
My son.
referencing Harry Potter. Yeah, like at the end when Cedric
Yeah.
dies.
Yeah, that's
and his
what I was
dad's
on.
like, my boy.
No.
Oh, my boy.
Wow, you guys are both so young. We gotta watch. We gotta watch more Academy Award winning movies.
Those are always so slow.
Nah, the good ones are good.
Get it
I've
going.
seen There Will Be Blood
Yeah,
like once, just
Daniel
to, one
Day-Lewis,
of those where
one of the greatest
yeah,
actors.
that's why I watched it. Was
Literally.
if DDL's in it, I'm gonna watch it.
Which Gangs of New York?
Like Gangs of New York,
Oh my god,
masterpiece.
Yeah. Austin, have you seen either of those movies?
Like him as the butcher is like one of like top 5 like just characters.
Your
of
boy's
all
in
time.
that.
Leo.
Leo's
You
in
gotta
that.
send me them, bro. You gotta send me them. I won't be able to remember the title and look it up later. You gotta send
Gangs
it.
of New York.
Of New
I think
York.
it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
right
I won't. But like my brain won't
No,
be
no.
like, "Hey, dude, remember to watch Gangs of New York later."
Yeah.
Like,
You've seriously
No,
never
it'll
seen
just-
that movie though? Nuts.
no, I've never. I just know football. Football. Lingerie football.
Oh wait,
college
Falcons
football.
pick is in.
now. Okay.
Jalen
Middle
Walker.
names football.
Jalen
Yes. Oh my god.
Stays home in Georgia. I
Like
like
it.
that pick.
Georgia boy.
They put him as a DNLD.
Gives him a need at line. Yeah, he's kind of like that hybrid that we were
Yep.
talking about. Like gives you a need at linebacker and at pass rusher.
Jalen
Overall,
Walker
just a
looks
really
fucking
solid
clean as
athletic
fuck right
defensive
now.
player.
Is this the dude that was jumping around, dapping everyone up?
Yeah, he's doing it
Yeah,
right now.
I like that pick for him. All right, so Arizona's on the clock now. What do we think they're
No.
leaning towards?
Mike Green cannot keep falling, man.
I
It's
think
gonna
Mike-
piss me off.
I think if he does, he stops at the Bengals. Like I can see Cincinnati taking Mike Green.
But let's talk about Jalen Walker. Stand-up linebacker, definitely rushes the passer a lot. Very, very athletic player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's just an overall. Just
Honestly,
a
kind of reminds me of a
good
Micah Parsons.
piece on your defense.
Like Abdul Carter,
Yeah.
Micah Parsons. Like this guy could have the same type of impact.
I really like that pick for them. I have a linebacker on my dynasty team for the Falcons, Ellis, and he's a white boy. He's raw.
You don't.
I mean, I'm
still have him,
talking.
though. You're gonna drop him.
Yes,
right?
no, I'm gonna keep him because the man gets like 17 tackles a game. He's
Okay.
A
Well,
field
not anymore
stretcher.
because now they got Jalen Walker.
Well, that's the other guy. It'd be 1A, 1B now with Jalen Walker. But now this dude's going to get even more tackles because they're all going to be running away from Jalen Walker. They're going to go to the opposite side of the field.
So patient. Third down.
Damn. And
waiting
then
in the
gets
hole.
off. Gets up and goes. Oh my gosh, bro. He just pins the freaking tackle up.
Against Kelvin Banks, no
Literally.
chance.
Yeah, he's an animal. He's
Twice
one
on
of those
Kelvin
guys
Banks.
you just get your
Literally
best
twice
guys
in a
on
row.
the field, and he'll be on the field a lot.
I just know that
Take a breather.
Eagles are pissed. They're like, if they don't stop, we're going to be forced to take Malachi Starks.
I was about to say they still got Malachi Starks out there.
Malachi Starks is probably going to fall too, straight up.
Yeah, let's see. So just a little recap here. We've got Cam Ward at number 1 to the Tennessee Titans. Jacksonville Jaguars trade up to number 2 to get Travis Hunter. New York Giants take Abdul Carter at number 3. Will Campbell at number 4 to the Patriots. Mason Graham is going to the Browns at number 5 in the trade back. Ashton Gianti is everybody expected to the Raiders. Armand Membu to the Jets. Tetaroa McMillan to the Panthers.
Didn't really like that. That's probably the first pick that I just didn't agree with and didn't like at all.
Yeah, I'm with you. Kelvin Banks Jr. to the Saints. Colston Loveland to the Bears. Michael Williams, 49ers. Tyler Booker, the guard out of Alabama, to the Cowboys. Kenneth Grant, the defensive tackle from Michigan, to the Dolphins. Tyler Warren to the Colts. And Jalen Walker to the Atlanta Falcons. Cardinals pick is in.
I really like the Colston Loveland to the Bears. I think that bringing in Ben Johnson and
I was about to say, if Ben Johnson, if that's his preference between the two, I'm not going to argue with him.
I mean, he's already got Roma Dunze, and now he's got Colston Loveland. That's a red zone threat right there. DJ Moore's going to eat all over the field. But now you've got a security blanket, a true security blanket for your young quarterback who you're trying to develop. I love that. He's going to have actual time this year. I think that the Bears are definitely taking a running back in the early second round.
Mm-hmm. I think they take a running back at some point tomorrow for sure.
Yeah.
Second, third round, I think they get a running back almost 100%.
And keep Swift. Do the whole, thunder and lightning shit that the Lions have been doing. It's going to be horrible for fantasy unless Swift gets hurt. But, fuck it. Win some games. Honestly, Colston Loveland's going to be a great pickup. Roma Dunze just had a lot of value taken off of him, which sucks because that is one of the other wide receivers I have in my dynasty. Brian Thomas, is going to still have plenty of value. Ladd McConkey looks fine still. Ladd McConkey's going to look really good whenever they get a running back there. I'm so excited for that because that means the Ladd's going to be the number 1 guy.
All right, the Cardinals.
Yeah,
they have selected.
Wait, he's literally walking on stage.
Goodell's killing me out here. I like the pick.
Nice. We were talking about Walter Nolan a few picks ago.
Yep. Defensive tackle Walter Nolan to the Arizona Cardinals for him.
If it wasn't for the character concerns, we thought he could have gone earlier. Tell the people about him.
Overall, he's probably the most athletic defensive tackle that we've got here in this draft, even over Kenneth Grant, Mason Graham. Character concerns, like you mentioned, is what pushed him down the board a little bit, but coming out of his recruiting class, he was the number 1 overall recruit over Travis Hunter, So for me, like the athleticism and the versatility you're getting out of a guy like that, and for him to be able to learn under Calais Campbell, I don't see I don't see in any way how you can necessarily be angry at that pick. To me, he's just going to be a guy that's going to be a wrecker on your defense. Now we've got the Cincinnati Bengals on the clock. I think this is a prime spot for Mike Green still being here available for us. Let's see. Looking at the board. So yeah, we still got Will Johnson out there at corner, Mike Green, Luther Burden, Jade Barron, Matthew Golden, Nick Emanawari, Shamar Stewart, Donovan Ezraku. So I think they can go in a few spots here. To me, the one that makes the most sense would be just something on the defense. I don't think anything on offense right now. I think you have to make that defense better. All right, all right. So, what are the Bengals doing here? Bengals are still on the clock. The pick's not in yet. They haven't traded it. Yeah, as coach has got these highlights going for you guys right now, like you can just see the record that Walter Nolan can be for you here. I mean, the guy just destroys stuff up in the middle, stops the plays in the backfield before they can even get developed.
I know he said he wasn't going to. He made it 3 picks before he started doing it.
What'd you call me?
Say what?
What'd you call me?
I didn't call you nothing.
Oh, I don't know. I heard you talking.
My fiance says Justin's ruining all the picks, and I said no, no, no. I'm not letting him. He said he wasn't going to do that. He made it 3 picks before he started trying to call out all the picks off Twitter.
I wasn't calling him out.
You're right.
I was just giving subtle hints, building the tension and the drama.
That is correct. So, pick is in for the Bengals. Needs to be defense. We've talked about it a bunch. Mike Green. I know that I heard you just saying that. Seems like we're not going to be giving away any jerseys.
Nope, that's fine. Saves us, the hassle.
It's like $40, $50.
Yeah.
Saves us.
So, yeah, whatever. All right. So
Mike Green, right?
Do you want to know?
No, no, no.
Okay.
I was just wondering what you thought. But now, if you already know, then that's hard to.
I think it should be Mike Green.
Obviously not tight end. Tight ends are all gone for the day. We shouldn't see any more tight ends, honestly. We might see one or two more running backs,
Better
but
pick in
doubtful.
the Seahawks on the clock. The Seahawks are apparently looking to trade down.
Nice. That's smart.
So maybe look for the Giants or the Bear or
To trade up
not the
above the
Bears,
Steelers
the Giants or the Browns to be trading back in right here.
for a
And like
quarterback.
you said, yeah, to try to maybe trade up before the Steelers. So I don't know. We'll see how this plays out for us. All right,
It's got to be a
Goodell,
defensive end.
get on the clock, boy.
I know whenever we did our 7 round, we didn't necessarily have them taking a defensive end in the first because of Hendrickson, but I feel like it has to be. It has to be the end.
Yeah, I think a pass rusher does make a lot of sense because even if you keep Hendrickson,
Then you have
it's
two.
not like it's gonna hurt you.
Get them coming from both sides, you know.
That's what she said.
What are they saying?
So, with
Shamar
the
Stewart.
17th overall pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Shamar
Shamar
Stewart,
Stewart.
pass rusher out of Texas A&M. I mean, dude's a freak. 6'5", 267, 40-inch vertical, 10'11" broad jump, 4'5", 40. Like the dude is an animal. So I'm not mad at the pick. We just talked about it. They need pass rush. Like you need help on that defensive side. And again, with the ongoing contract drama with Trey Hendrickson, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
All right. So that puts, like I said, Seattle is on the clock. However, they are exploring trade down scenarios. Five minutes left on the clock. They're still there. So if they are making the trade, team better know who they're picking.
Who's on the clock now?
Seattle.
If Seattle picks here, they don't have a ton of needs. Offensive line is definitely one of them, but they're not going to take a guard this early,
Yeah,
and both of their guards are young.
Gray Zabel was always a popular pick for them.
Honestly, I
O-lineman
know that we
ready to
talked
go.
about Cup coming in, Smith and Jigba already being there. I would not hate seeing Emeka Buka. I know that they're very similar play styles from all three, but that means that you have three guys that are possession guys that have good route running, that if you have a good, decently accurate quarterback, he's going to be able to make them work. Plus Noah Fant, Iowa tight end. That would be a pretty disgusting receiving core. I
It
know you
would.
don't have any big guys that are getting a bunch of like away from their body separation, but their defense is very solid. Edge rusher is not really a huge need for them. It's not like it's not a need at all, but DeMarcus Lawrence had one bad season over the past like 8 years. And it was last year. But like he's only had one. If you paid him, you probably expect him to be great. Leonard Williams had his best season
Yeah,
last
the
year.
only problem with DeMarcus Lawrence is just how many more years are you getting out of him?
Not many, but like you're honestly going for playoffs this year. Like that's why you picked up the amount that you're paying Sam Darnold. Like so getting a wide receiver, does that really help you that much? More probably. More than it would a defensive end that you're not going to have even start for you. The other thing would be a corner. Josh Jobe is not the guy. Devon Weatherspoon plays their slot, and Tariq Woolen is amazing as a young guy. So like maybe Jade Barron.
Yeah, that's where if I guess they're not trading back. The Seahawks pick is in.
Okay.
Now, it has been rumored as well that the Bucks are open to trading back. So I think at some point
And Denver. Denver could be the smart team that trades back and lets somebody come up and get Jackson Dart or Shedeur Sanders.
So looking at the YouTube, it says our stream is unavailable. It says stream suspended for policy violations.
Oh, copyrighted the NFL on our jerseys.
No,
Fuck,
it's
bro.
because I've been playing
The highlights. Yeah, fuck this. You gotta have
Are
to
you
zoom
playing
in
the
more.
highlights from like the actual like ESPN broadcast?
No, all from YouTube.
Oh,
But did you zoom in on them?
I don't know why that would flag us. Also, we only have 4 people watching, so like, why are they doing that?
Hey, 4 is better than none. 4 people.